everybody, welcome back to C6 Corvettes and Lyle's Friday podcast. I'm continuing my lists of 5 things Corvette owners should never do. We've now completed C3, C4, and C5. Today we're moving on to, that's right, say it with me, C6 Corvette. The 5 things a C6 Corvette owner should never do. Number 1, as with every other car in this list, when you put your top on your car, latch it. Never ever set the top on the car without latching it, because what's going to happen is the wife's going to call you, the dog's going to bite your ankle, you're going to be attacked by killer bees, something's going to happen, and you're going to walk away from that car forgetting that you didn't latch the top, and then you're going to be feeling great that following Saturday when you finally have a chance to go drive your car through that really cool mountain pass, and all of a sudden at 65 miles an hour, top's gone. And that's expensive and it sucks. So always build the habit of latching your top. I've covered it with every other vintage of Corvette, no different with the C6. Number 2, your windows on a C6 operate differently than any previous Corvette. You probably noticed that when you touch the pad to open your door, the window drops just a little bit and then you open the door. And when you close the door, the window goes back up into its line in the weather strip, right? Very common feature on BMWs, Mercedes, and higher end cars, even back into the mid to late 90s. Corvette started doing it in 2005. Way to catch up, guys. Here's the thing. Those window motors have a brain module, and they are indexed at the factory to know where to start, where to stop, and how much to drop to make everything work. They are set and they stay that way, unless your battery dies, or you decide you want to upgrade to a different battery, change a battery. If your windows are not in the full up position when your battery dies or when you change a battery, you're going to have to re-index your windows. It's not terribly difficult, it's not terribly time consuming, but if your battery's dead and it's raining and you've latched your top and you're trying to get the car to go and now the window only rolls up this high because that's where the windows were when the battery died, or when you decided to remove the other battery, you're not going to have the time to comfortably re-index the windows. If you need to know how to re-index the windows, give me a call. I'll happily send you the information about it. But remember, battery coming out, windows stay up. Number 3, do not ignore, never ignore, your transmission fluid. Transmission fluid shouldn't be this big a deal, right? It should be stupid simple. As you're aware, your car with the transmission in the back does not have a transmission dipstick where you can pull it out and go, oh, my fluid looks pretty good. You have to play by GM's rules, and what that means is in order to know that you have solid and correct transmission fluid levels, the car has to be in the air, at temperature, running, and burping fluid out, usually into your face. That's how you know that the level is correct. People tend to neglect it because it's a pain in the butt to do. You know, even people who change their own oil, they'll jack the front of the car up and they'll do all their stuff, and yay, good for them, that's awesome. Very few people are jacking the entire car up in their driveway or in their garage and checking the correct fluid level in their transmission, especially on a C6. And this is prevalent in the C5 too, but it's more important in the C6, especially the 05, 06, 07s, because we have seen torque converter failure in the automatics in 05, 6, and 7 due to low fluid volume. And fins start breaking off inside that torque converter, and now, especially 2005, that's 1 year only. Good luck finding one, and hopefully yours can be rebuilt if it goes bad. But that's why we always want to make sure that our fluid, either in the manual or the automatic transmission, is at the optimum level so that the car is running as it should, you're not prematurely wearing gears or synchros, and you're not killing your torque converter if it's an automatic, okay? Number 4. Old hot rodders believe that when you have engine oil leaks, a little seep here and there, the way to solve that is not to mechanically replace said gasket or seal. They like to add thicker oil. Well, if it's thicker, it can't get through there, now can it? Well, they're right. However, the modern engines, especially the LS motors, have much smaller oil passages throughout the block, okay? There's a reason for that, throughout the heads, because they want to maintain high pressure. So instead of having passages this big, they have passages about that big. If you throw thicker oil into the car to try to stop that leak, the problem is it's not going to flow as designed through those smaller passages like it would have on a 1960s small block. So if you do that, there's a good chance you're not going to be oiling your engine correctly, and you're going to cause more trouble for yourself and more expense for yourself than if you'd have just gone ahead and replaced whatever seal or gasket was leaking to begin with. So don't mess around with oil. Always use the correct viscosity, weight, and type of oil in your car. And number 5. This one is kind of simple, but it's important. C6 Corvette convertible owners, listen to me. There is a handle right above your rearview mirror that you fold down and twist to unlock the front of the top frame from your windshield frame. You do this so that either you can manually fold it down, or at that point the mechanized, those of you who have automatic tops, the mechanized button will take everything down for you. Here's the problem with that. People I have seen fold that handle down, twist it, and leave it. And as the top goes down, that handle is sticking up like this as it folds down, and then, especially with the automated tops, the tonneau cover comes down and smushes it. 9 times out of 10, it doesn't cause any damage because they had enough room in there where it kind of fits, depending on where in that turn you left that handle. But remember, that handle's made of pot aluminum. It is not expensive material. It is not a strong material. And I have had more than a few cars come in here, C6 convertibles, where that has been broken because they left it open and the top came down and cracked it. So remember, when you undo that and it comes up, push the button, move it just a little bit, and then reposition that handle up at the top. Fold it back into place. Now put your top down, no obstruction, no problem. So that's basically it, guys. The 5 things a C6 Corvette owner should never do. If you have additions to this or you have questions about some of the things I've talked about, feel free to comment below, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Or if you have a real problem and you need a few minutes of my time, call me at 800-886-5064. I'll do what I can to help you. Guys, thank you so much for continuing to watch. I really enjoy making these, and these 5 things never to do series of videos has been really fun. Thank you for watching. Have a great week.